agricultural sector in Africa is really the backbone of many economies, and the assistance that the U.S. Government and the Chinese government offer to the continent is quite immense. But however, that assistance is both creates opportunities as well as challenges, because these big economies, if they could cooperate and work collaboratively, they might achieve much more impact on the continent. What we have seen is that the US has a long history in supporting the African continent in terms of the agricultural sector and food security. More recently, the Feed the Future initiative, and this initiative basically had the impacts of transforming lives, dealing with issues to do with nutrition, dealing with issues to do with market development, value chains. So it was very comprehensive program, and also issues to do with trade and other initiatives. And on the other hand, the Chinese government essentially has concentrated mostly on infrastructure development, irrigation, roads, dams. So essentially, when you look at the strategies of both countries, they are a little bit different. But what they do is to try to enhance the state of food security in the country. So when I say there are challenges between the way the two countries operate, is that I think because of the geopolitics, I think of their support to the continent, it makes, I think, the impact a little bit more impactful, because I can give an example. Say we are promoting a financial inclusion through digital means, but we don't have those last mile investments such as communication towers, which allow phone network to work. But those investments could be done through the support, say, of the Chinese government. But because there is not that collaboration, you find that such investors might not be there. It could be we are promoting the production of highly perishable commodities, but there is no feeder road that is required to transport those products to the market. Hence, the promotion of high value crops in these communities, we don't get the best value out of the support, because the lack of a feeder road to take these products to the market for the farmers to get the value of that product is defeated. So that's why I think it's very important, I think, for the US and the Chinese government to see ways and means of working together in a way that enhances their support. Then the other issue I think that we've seen, I think, if you look at the support of United States and China in the agricultural sector in Africa, is that U.S. government mostly provide grants, and also works with smallholder farmers, the smaller farmers. But on the other hand, the Chinese government focuses more on providing loans with preferential or much lower interest rates. And also they focus mostly on large-scale commercial ventures or farmers, basically, but it's mostly large-scale commercial ventures, which in some cases it may create a conflict between between the smallholder farmers and the large-scale holders, because large-scale commercial ventures always require large tracts of land, and hence there might be conflict between the smallholder farmers and the large-scale venture. But in a nutshell, I think what I see is that the support basically of the two countries has been positive, and if indeed we can deal with the geopolitical issues between the major these two big economies in the world, we might be able to achieve much more. This assistance could achieve much more. I don't see maybe direct cooperation, but I think at implementation level there might be ways of working together, maybe in terms of project placement. You place a project where you find that these last mile investments are probably already there, or you can decide on where to invest depending on what you see on the ground. That way, the investments that the two countries are making in Africa could be able to achieve a greater benefit. I think that's what I can say at the moment. Thank you.